You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
It's technically legal. It's medicine. He's smoking his medicine.
He's got glaucoma.
We know nothing official. I'll just copy the same sounds.
All right, let's talk about stop being loud, sex people.
I want to play the stupid game.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 312, E3
predictions version.
Woo! You don't have the horns.
Oh, I didn't know he would. Let's take it from the top.
Let me just look through my phone slowly to get to the air horn app.
E3. We're good at this. We're real good at podcasting.
What?
We're just super good at podcasting.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. That's a fun app. All right, let's get into it. So there's E3 is happening again. I think we talked about this a little bit on previous podcasts. We had those leaks that came out from good old the Canadian Walmart.
Yep.
A couple of games got leaked, so there's a little bit of spoilers. This is spoilers for E3 2018 press conferences. So if you don't want to be spoiled, fuck off. Don't even listen, because I'm not going to not talk about E3.
Of course not.
And we know all the things.
So this is it used to be a yearly tradition that I would pilgrimage down to Illinois and hang out with Al Ham for E3 and watch press conferences together. This ended for multiple reasons, as my wife's birthday is always during E3. And also Adam has never talked to me, so, you know, he just doesn't ever reach out. So, Adam, if you're listening.
Adam, if you hear us.
I don't think he is listening, but he may be listening, but he doesn't listen to this podcast. Are you kidding? You know, remember when I was out for my honeymoon stuff and I told you guys to record one without me? I would have listened to that, but then I would have edited it, so I would have had to listen to it, but I would have been excited to hear it.
Just very tired.
That's how amped I am for this podcast every week.
Yeah, I was itching to podcast for those 3 weeks. I'm like,
yeah, it was a long time.
There was, our schedules didn't work or something. I don't remember exactly what it was.
I had 2 weekends pretty booked, which is hard to work around. Anyway, well, 3 actually, counting the bachelor party. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we got an episode out of that, so all right.
Yeah, Batchcast.
Oh yeah, that turned out. Let's get into this. EA has the first press conference of E3.
E of E3 is always EA.
The Hollywood Palladium, Saturday, June 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is what? 11 p.m. or 11.
It's 1 in the afternoon.
1 p.m. Thank you. Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern.
7
So this
p.m.
is
for
the
our,
one I'll be
for our
watching
British
while I'm
listeners.
at work.
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay. Oh, we're still.
You'll be asleep.
It starts so early. Yeah, I'll be.
You'll be passed out from working in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be getting
you'll have
off
your,
the farmer's market.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a kind of shitty. I'm pissed about the E3 because I used to enjoy, it used to be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday would be like all the stuff, and now they basically do it all over the weekend. So I don't even get to have an excuse
separate
to
events,
take off.
right?
Yeah. So the idea is most of these press conferences are happening before E3 starts, which I believe is Monday, like the actual conference starts or something. Right? That's typically how it is. These all happen.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Tuesday. I thought it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Like Sony and then the PC conference, and that's about it.
I don't know when the floor opens in E3 this year. Let's see here. E3expo.com. This is E3 stands for what?
The
Electronic Entertainment
Expo.
Expo.
Expo is short for exposition.
And who is the
Exposium.
who are the people that run E3?
The ESA.
The ESA, yes. It's like a lobbying group, the Entertainment Summer. Yeah, it's Tuesday noon, 12 to the 14th. So this is like way early, the 9th, which pisses me off because I have like Lauren's birthday shit to do all day. So I'm gonna miss this stuff. I feel bad, but I can't really. Wow, man, maybe I can throw some weight around here. We went on a honeymoon. Fucking, I'm gonna this at least for the EA one in the afternoon. I can be like, I'm watching this. I'm gonna be disappointed by what EA has. It'll be much harder for them to have a bunch of like high and drunk celebrities at like 11 a.m. on Pacific time. So because like I remember E3 was at 2016 when they had Battlefield 1, and Snoop Dogg was smoking a blunt and playing the game on stream. I was like, all right, this is E3. It's technically legal. It's medicine. He's smoking his medicine.
He's got glaucoma.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start alphabetically. Anthem. That's the thing. They announced it last year at the EA Play. It was like a little like a canned video demo, like one of those fucking classic video jobbies where they're just like, hey, what's going on in that cave over there? And then like, give me back up. Like, just like the really bad canned fucking gameplay audio, which is never at all what any online game sounds like. But, that's what they want. So what do we think about Anthem? What's Anthem going to be, guys? TJ,
Anthem.
you have the insider info.
TJ
knows
Anthem?
exactly what this is. He's going to relay us what he's been told and privileged ahead of time.
Yeah, of course, or at least what I've heard from my fellow Spanish GameStop correspondent, Te Huergo.
Okay, Te Huergo, yes.
Just as Spanky says in the chat, we are going to stand for this anthem. Topical.
Okay. TJ actually answered the question.
I think we may have lost his audio.
He's about 20 seconds behind. He's taking a beautiful sip of soda.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's Discord. Oh, all right.
Well,
TJ didn't want to answer the question. He's hosting this call.
They knew he was going to spill the beans. So
this is good. Hey, he's joined us again. He's
sideways
now.
Well, this is going well.
Are we better?
All right, so welcome to Born in the 80s. E3 predictions.
E3
podcast.
extravaganza. That makes
Anthem,
4
TJ,
E's.
tell us what Anthem is.
Am I on time?
Dear
Can you
God!
hear me now?
You're so far behind.
It's like 30-second delay, TJ. All right. Hello? We've lost video. What is happening? I like how this was working for like a good 40 minutes before we started recording. And then it's like, all right, let's go. And now he can't stay connected. All right, well, I'm going to not make TJ explain what Anthem is, although I'll yell at him what it is.
John, what's Anthem?
Anthem, we saw a little bit. It's like kind of like a post-apocalyptic like world. Basically, people are like, this looks like fucking Destiny is
yes.
what we had. Is what the scuttlebutt was. TJ, what's Anthem?
No, everything's a house fire. I I can barely
TJ,
hear you guys.
What's
anymore.
Anthem, TJ? God damn it!
TJ,
Will you answer
Anthem.
the question? You're
Anthem
like
is-
the president.
Anthem is destined to be
You're
worth
refusing to answer.
microtransactions.
All right, what was the $130,000 payment to EA for, TJ?
Stormy Daniels.
All right,
did
no.
nothing
Okay.
wrong.
All right, Anthem. What is it?
It's
Destiny 3.
It's Destiny 3, but worse, but trying to be better, but worse with more microtransactions.
Yeah, we'll see. After last year,
But it's made by BioWare.
That's true. BioWare, the people that made the beautiful Mass Effect Andromeda. So it's all gonna go well.
Yep.
Flawless
I think
track
that-
record.
I hope it's really good. Like, I'm being like cynical on purpose. Like, it seems like people like hang out in like a techno place, and they hop in their exosuits that are called javelins to go down onto like, you know, the post-apocalyptic world and fight. Look like there's some pretty big monsters and things, and like boss creatures and whatnot to fight for. I'm assuming loot to make your cool exosuit look cooler.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
So
I
this
mean,
is
we
a
didn't see a lot.
Post-apocalyptic world where you emerge from a vault, and oh no, it's the post-apocalyptic world where you fight robot.
It's a post-apocalyptic world where TJ disappears off of your call. Wow, we worked so hard to get this set up.
And
for
in
like,
the end,
you guys
it
were
doesn't even matter.
you guys were like troubleshooting for like 2 straight hours.
Yeah,
And
that's
now-
why
and now-
I'm not prepared for any predictions.
All right. But anyway, let's just move on. Let's get a general overview of everything. We'll do a prediction. So that's Anthem.
Okay.
I'm expecting we're going to see a lot more of it.
Yeah, I think so. And, release date?
Probably. I got to assume it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. They said like 2019. So
Yeah,
I'm assuming we'll get the time.
or at least a window.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to this Wikipedia page I'm looking at, it's March 2019, but I don't know where they got that information from.
Who knows? All right, EA Sports guys. What is it?
It's in the game.
It's in the
It's
game.
in the game. Thank you, TJ. You win your EA bucks for this episode. So they have Madden, NFL, the NHL, FIFA, and NBA Live franchises.
Yep.
I think they're doing better every year with these. I know Madden had the journey, or not the journey. That was the FIFA thing. They had the long shot,
They had long shot. Yep.
where you're your quarterback boy learning how to be a real quarterback in the NFL.
I'm gonna be a real boy.
And I heard that was interesting. That had
Yeah.
me interested to play. A story mode in a sports game seems kind of fun. And it's kind of fun in the 2K NBA games, but I oh man, did you play the Spike Lee joint?
Oh, I
TJ?
did play the I did play the Spike Lee joint.
I think of that fondly still. Even though it was not great, it was
All right.
really fun and memorable.
So I played through that first season, and I'm gonna say, I'm glad he died.
Yeah, I think we've probably spoke to this on the podcast before, but at the end of the
Yeah.
NBA
Lee died?
2K16, I think it's 2K16 story
16,
mode.
It is. Yep.
Your friend, your ghost friend, gives a speech that's like 20 minutes long, and then the game ends. And you're like, "What is this?"
Well,
Who
you continue
chose
playing.
this?
You continue
I
playing with
know.
that same character, but your
Yeah.
best friend growing up, who held the fact over that he took a rap for manslaughter on some guy that you might have accidentally
You
killed.
pushed him, and he fell down some stairs.
hmm
And he carried water for you. He was like, "No, the guy slipped. You didn't push him."
Uh-huh.
So he kind of tries to extort you out of money, and
Yeah.
it's a genuinely interesting story to tack on to a sports game where you're playing NBA games, but it was done very clunkily. And I really hope that they do more stuff like that in sports games. I heard that to get back to EA, the FIFA had the Journey, which was apparently fairly well received.
Journey Year 2 this past year. It's been 2 years of the Journey now.
Okay. Wow. So, but those are, I think, always well reviewed. I don't give a crap about football or soccer, so I'm sure they're good. I haven't played them. NHL, another one. The NHL one have like a career mode,
just
like
regular
a story.
Career, but not story.
They have like a career mode where you can play as one person, you know, and like on a team, but it's not as fleshed out. And the same with the NBA Live 18.
Yeah.
Or 19, sorry, will be the next one. So
19 will be the next one, correct.
The NFL you know, have a CTE mode where things just get blurrier and more confusing over time.
The long shot career ends where you're like a person and you can't like put your shoes on.
Yeah.
Like, man, EA, jeez.
Final level.
Make a
Try
mini
to
game
make
that's
it to
impossible.
the door on your own. If you don't, your kids will put you in a home.
Yep. Go to the gun expo and purchase a gun out of the back of someone's truck. All right, I got too dark. So let's go back to Battlefield 5. Speaking of guns. So this is the one where the women are taking over. And this is all about how the women won World War II. And we saw the video, you know, with a lady with a metal arm, and TJ got a little bit pants happy when he saw the woman with a stubby arm.
Yep.
Yeah.
On a way.
No, those old prosthetics are so badass looking though. Like the double claw thing.
Oh hell yeah! With the fucking like
cool.
cinch that you can do to tighten it. Yeah. Cool. That's some cool ass shit. I think the coolest thing a person can do is to have one of those metal like hand like clip arm things and have like a fucking cigarette in it and smoke with it, where there's like or like a joint. That's like the coolest. I'm sorry.
And they gotta have an eye patch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you have to have an eye patch too. Have I ever mentioned that in a D&D campaign I played a character who had 2 eye patches, one over each eye? Because one of the eye patches
take like
was
double disadvantage on every roll.
No, so one of the eye patches was actually an eye patch that allowed you, while wearing it, you could see like with dark vision. So it allowed you to see through it as if it wasn't actually over your eye.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looked like I had 2 eye patches, but only one of them was actually covering my vision. And I was a druid, so I didn't really need ranged attack. But which would have been affected. But anyway, Battlefield 5, huh? I don't know.
Yeah,
there's not much to say. It's World War II.
It looks cool.
I mean, we don't know much about it yet. We really don't.
We haven't seen much. I think
it looks really cool, but like for me personally, like usually what happens with these is like, oh, it looks really awesome, and then I just never get around to buying it because like that's happened with all the Battlefront games recently and Battlefield 1 and stuff like that.
Well,
I just remember how bad I am at
ask.
first-person shooters, and I realized that I'm not going to want to play online at all.
So we haven't heard of a Battle Royale mode yet for this?
Not yet.
I think they said specifically no Battle Royale, at least at launch.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
They'll probably add it eventually.
Which is such a weird thing to try and shoehorn into a historical shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what is the circle that is getting smaller? Like,
oh man, they could have added it into Battlefield 1 and it would have been like mustard gas.
Yeah, they could have done that easily.
Agent Orange.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be in it could just be like shelling generic. Anyway, let's not dwell too much. They had lots of indie games last year. They showed that A Way Out game, which was fairly well received. So I don't know. There isn't a lot of buzz about what that's going to be. I don't know if anyone has any predictions about what type of indie stuff there, but they'll probably show some stuff. Probably more Sims stuff because now there's an expansion coming out for Sims 4. I don't know if they'll probably have mobile games. I don't know. They got that SimCity Build It game. That's shitty, right? People play that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Any sim game that comes out is gonna sell.
What about Sim Ant? Can we get Sim Ant back?
Well, that
I love Sim Ant.
Empires of the Underground that I was playing a few months ago is pretty much the closest thing you'll get to Sim Ant.
I loved Sim Ant because there would be a lawnmower that would just fuck your shit up if you weren't paying attention. And I get to do that to the ants in my front yard. So, all right. We also have Star Wars. It's a big fucking elephant in the room as they shut down Visceral Games, who was working on that Star Wars game, like the Uncharted type Star Wars game. I guess EA Motive is working on a game still, and Respawn Entertainment, the makers of, I believe, Titanfall and Titanfall 2, right? Is that them?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Respawn, the ex Call of Duty people, the people that left Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, or Modern Warfare 2.
They left after 2.
After 2, okay. They made Titanfall and Titanfall 2, and so they're working on that. I don't know if we're going to see anything.
We'll probably get another one of those sweet, like, hey, we're working on it video montages.
It's called a montage.
Gotta have.
We'll get some sweet dog mouth. This is a phrase that I like that somebody coined. Jake Rodkin, who works at the game that the studio that made Firewatch that just got bought by Valve. I can't remember the name of that studio. Anyway, if you remember back in like E3 2013 or whatever, or 2012 maybe, they had Call of Duty Ghosts, and they had one of those sizzle reel videos where they like shown like, we're working on stuff, and there was like a zoom in on a guy on a screen, and there was like the dog that's in that game, and he like uses like mouse to like move the dog mouth open as like doing animation stuff. And it's just like, and so he always calls that like behind the scenes footage dog mouth.
Yeah. When it's just like, okay, here the video team's in the office today, just pretend you're doing some shit.
Yeah. It's the videos like literally pretend you're typing. All right, move the thing around on the screen so we can see you're working on it,
Was that the same one that had the AI fish? That would dynamically swim away as you swam to it?
I don't remember. But that's the kind of stuff that you're expecting to see, maybe. I think is there going to be a mea culpa for Battlefront 2? Because they basically announced that the DLC on that is going to be, or the all the loot crates are cosmetics now, and not because it was impossible for them to do cosmetics, if we remember correctly, when they announced that they couldn't do that because they would have to run everything past Disney and Lucasfilm, and they're like, no, actually, you can do
for
that.
Star Wars, yeah, you can't have like a hot pink stormtrooper with.
Oh, you can now. I'm assuming.
Nice.
I hope so. I mean, that's what I want. I want a hot pink Darth Vader. Can I get the Hello Kitty Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kitty Vader.
No. They got to do the newer Sanrio stuff. It's got to be a Gretzko.
Well, I'm just thinking about the Hello Kitty Darth Vader that I've seen.
I want a Darth helmet skin.
Dark helmet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some fucking like cross promotion to happen there, I'm sure. Let's just do it, Let's get this old movie that nobody remembers, and let's do it.
Well, I know when Spaceballs came out, the part of the deal was that they weren't allowed to release any toys with it. Like, that's just some agreement that Mel Brooks had with George Lucas. So, now that
what up?
Now that Disney's in charge, let's get some crossover.
So, to make this podcast not 20 hours long, let's end our discussion and think of our predictions for. Oh fuck! Did I just close the doc? Okay, good. Think of our predictions for EA. And what do we want? So I've devised a system now.
Okay.
We are allowed 3 predictions per press conference.
Yep.
They'll be worth a point each. And then at the very end, we're allowed to make one crazy prediction, like Jay Allard has returned to Microsoft Games, or some crazy thing that would never happen, But if it does happen, it's worth 3 points. So you get a little long shot, and we all have to agree on the long shot. You can't just be like, I think Microsoft's going to put out another Halo game. That's not a long shot.
Yep.
No. They're going to put out another Halo game, Halo Royale. Maybe we'll talk about it. But
that would actually work.
In the world that we are in. Anyway, so
that's like
let's start
one of the games where a Battle Royale mode would make sense.
And these can be fun predictions too. Like we're talking like, I think EA will, not mention something or esports the entire time or something, because that's dead now. I think I made a prediction to that like last year about how they're fucking hot, and then they ended up not being hot on their esports last year, and I got that one wrong. So I think that I'll kick it off unless TJ, you have one.
I got one.
All right, let's get. All right, TJ, good, because I'm trying to think of where I want to go with mine.
All right. So this is something I've had in my mind for about 6 months.
Okay.
I think in their EA Sports Reel, they will talk about NHL this year, but they're going to say that NHL 19 will not be a game. They're going to go to alternate years for NHL because that franchise is not making them enough money, and they're just going to update 18 with the 2019 rosters.
So TJ says they're going to put the NHL on ice.
Wow!
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make a pretty easy prediction here, I think, that's good, but it's not... It's a good prediction. I'm going to say Anthem presentation will specifically mention no gameplay paid loot boxes.
All right.
Let's
go ahead.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
I gotta couch that because I feel like they're gonna definitely sell paid loot boxes. But I'm gonna say for their competitive multiplayer, does this game even have competitive multiplayer?
I don't know. It's gonna feel. I think it's gonna be
because Destiny technically has paid loot boxes that aren't cosmetic only. They're like half. All right, I'm gonna say this: Anthem presentation will specifically mention game is not pay to win. How about that? I'm gonna be as generic as that.
Okay.
They're going to say this isn't going to be a pay-to-win game. You're going to collect your loot, and they might still have some sort of loot box situation, but they're going to say it's not that because I think they're going to be pushing hard to distance themselves from Battlefront 2. Matt?
I'm going to solidify my prediction that all we get from Star Wars is some dogmouth reel.
I'm glad that I made that. Dogmouth reel from Star Wars. So you're saying we're not going to get like a trailer or anything. It's going to be at most like some footage of like
it might be like assets. It might be like
that's what we got last year,
screenshots or something.
Well, we got Battlefront 2 stuff last year as well. So
I think it was 2 years ago we had that we're making 14 different Star Wars games.
Yeah. And they showed stuff from the one that got canceled. So I guess we're on. All right, TJ?
So I actually have a Star Wars prediction.
Okay.
And the Star Wars prediction is even less fulfilled than Matt's because it's not going to be a dogmouth reel because they're not going to talk about the games in development. They're going to talk about the new modes they're going to release for Battlefront 2. That they have maps and they have modes on the docket, some that are coming out within the next month. But
so you're saying they're gonna push hard on trying to win people back to that?
Correct.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, we're gonna have a $20 version that you can get, and we got all this. We listened to you. We made these changes. The game's got more stuff.
Yep, this is like going to be their next 6-month roadmap for the continuation of Battlefront 2.
Okay. All right. I like it. I'm gonna say Yeah, I'm gonna say EA Sports will have awkward moment with Madden esports guys. They're gonna bring up a Madden
prediction.
esports person, and he's gonna be awkward and be like, "That guy. Remember the guy who had the broken arm? I think this was last year or 2 years ago." And he was like, "How'd you break your arm?" He was like, "I was racing a friend, like on foot." Like, you broke your arm. That's gonna happen. There'll be an awkward esports Madden moment where the crowd doesn't know whether or not to clap. So, all right, Matt.
We're gonna get some garbage canned fake game chatter.
Okay. And in gameplay demo.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean that's a solid prediction for any
Especially
of
for
these,
EA.
especially Anthem. Yeah.
All right. I've got a fun one. All right. They're going to start their conference off with a catchphrase that will be said no less than 18 times throughout the conference.
We're gonna
So it's going to be
redefine the experience.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that sounds like corporate speak to me.
Exactly.
For sure. All right, let me think. I don't have a Star Wars prediction, so I'm going to say Star Wars visceral game will have teaser. I'm going to say it's going to not just be Dogmouth. We're going to get a teaser trailer. Oh, but TJ, you got a good point on them focusing on Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to say they're going to do a teaser because they're going to be like, we got other Star Wars stuff that's cool too. So, like, play Battlefront 2, but also be excited for new stuff. I don't know. New Tiger Woods game, new SimCity game. Man, we got some predictions in the chat here.
See, I would absolutely love if they make another golf game, but all they've been doing is kind of updating Rory for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Still want to play Rory, but I heard it's still kind of gutted from what the Tiger Woods used to be.
Yeah. The new Tiger Woods game is complete with back your car down a driveway mode and run into something.
That was the 2012 version. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remaster of that version.
Matt, what are you saying?
Okay, are we still on regular?
This is the last EA prediction.
Okay.
Now, even though we've got this up here, and I know you're not as big EA as the rest of us,
TJ's
but racing, because they're the Need for Speed guides, but they're also they did the Burnout remaster. I don't know if they'll have another racing this year. I don't know if that helps.
No, I'm trying to think of something around like their artsy indie division.
Okay.
What I could predict from that. I don't know. I predict that there will be cyberpunk independent artsy game where you play a mute squirrel as the lead character.
Watch this be right, except the squirrel.
Well, I'm gonna give him here with talking animal.
Okay, fair enough.
So it could be a squirrel. If it's a squirrel, we're gonna say if it's a squirrel,
Double
that's
points.
5 points.
Okay,
We
yeah,
get 5 points for that.
yeah, that's fair enough.
God, watch it be close. Okay, let's move on to one of the heavy hitters. The next press conference scheduled is
What, don't we have to do our crazy one?
Oh no,
that's
that'll be
for
the very end. The crazy
for
one
the
will be
whole
for
thing.
just
Okay.
whichever thing you think you can call your shot the most. Microsoft is, I think, later in that day, 1 p.m. So 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m.
Are they on the
Eastern?
9th or are they on Sunday the 10th?
Oh, they might be on the 10th.
Yeah, you
No.
got listed as the 10th here.
Oh,
doc.
it's June 11th. Fuck, I read something wrong. Well, I was trying to do
Okay.
these in order. Well, anyway, we're going to do Microsoft next. So.
Yep.
All right, so let's go through the stuff. The let's see here. Walmart Canada basically leaked that they're going to be Forza Horizon 5, which is weird because there's only been 3 of those. So
Why would it be 5?
they think they fucked up. So
Okay.
I think people are saying likely there's going to be a 4, which makes sense because they had the other Forza game out last fall. So they're back to the Horizon. Crackdown 3, the game's so big it could only be done on Microsoft's cloud computing Xbox One that can talk to other Xboxes or whatever fucking bullshit they were selling.
So they've been spending 4 years trying to fix it to make it work not on the cloud computing.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, because they were talking about how you'd have all these connected devices, like your Kinect could do processing power for games and stuff when it's not being used as a Kinect, and all this shit they were selling, like, and no, not happening. Yeah, so that's gotta happen. We gotta see some Crackdown 3 stuff because that was announced like when the Xbox One launched.
That was going to be like a launch window title,
Yeah.
and then it was going to be the next year, and then it was going to be the next year, and then
And
it was
then a
going to
One
be
X title.
and then it was day and date with the Xbox One X,
Yeah.
and then it was March, and now it's sometime this year. We don't have a date on it.
Yeah.
I want to play the stupid game.
Yeah, I know. I like the first one a lot. I didn't really play the second one. Halo 6 seems like it's just gonna happen. That will be the last, I think, Halo in the 363 like games over or whatever. They made 4 or 5, and now they'll be doing Guard or in 6. People are thinking so. Lots of cool stuff. I mean, obviously they're gonna possibly do it. Halo 6 Royale, that's gonna happen, right?
It's gotta
Possibly.
happen.
Okay, so looking at this GameSpot one, E3 predictions thing that I put on our little shared doc here, they're mentioning a new Blue Dragon is on the, which is insane to me.
What? That didn't sell enough before.
This is a prediction that's ridiculous. So they're basing this off of Japanese game makers on Xbox hasn't really improved. Xbox had Phil Spencer said in response to a tweet about JRPGs, it highlighted at E3 2018, says, as of now, yes, things can change, but like last year, I wanted to show we support our Japanese publishers on our stage. This year, we're working to do the same. It's important to us. Last year, they showed the Japanese developers how much they loved them by canceling Scalebound immediately after E3, which was going to be developed by a Japanese developer. I think Blue Dragon is wrong. The reason why they're saying Blue Dragon is that Microsoft owns Blue Dragon as an IP, and so it was a Microsoft Game Studios game. So that I'm thinking that we'll get to my prediction when we get to my prediction, or maybe I can just say it now. I'm just gonna say it now and get out of the fucking way. I'm gonna say Lost Odyssey 2.
Okay.
Because that game was also a JRPG on Xbox 360, and that game actually sold decently, and it was well received. Blue Dragon was not well received and didn't sell very well. So I think that they're going to go with the title that did better. I don't know who owns the rights to that.
Well, that was a Square Enix joint to begin with, but I don't know who owns the rights.
But was it developed by Square Enix? Or was it Square developers?
I thought that one was Square Enix.
If it's man. But anyway, Lost Odyssey was just was developed by Hironobu Sakaguchi. No, Mistwalker was the developer.
Okay.
Which is financial backing of Microsoft. And apparently they still have 15 employees, according to 2017. Not enough to make a game. Well, we'll see. Maybe they staffed up. Anyway, let's see here. So that's one of my predictions. And then as we mentioned, Scalebound was disappointing because that was going to be like a big exclusive because that was the director Hideki Kamiya who made Vanquish and Bayonetta, Devil May Cry. They were like, shit, this is going to be awesome, like an action game on the Xbox, baby, and Platinum, and then they canceled it. So they're predicting Platinum's going to have something for Xbox that's not Scalebound. Crackdown 3, as we mentioned. Okay, so there's rumblings and rumors of an Xbox game streaming service like PlayStation Now. And I think this is basically confirmed that this is going to be big at E3. I think I read something that the entire like E3's floor space is going to be Microsoft game streaming like experience booth.
But they already have the Game Pass. Why
But
do
now
they need
you don't
the
have
streaming?
to download them.
I'd rather
just can
download them and it will run
Mm-hmm.
on my
Well,
crappy
you're
internet.
in a different situation than most people. I'm sure the Game Pass will still exist, but I think they'll have an option for not people that don't want to wait, 10 hours for a game to download to play it. Do you have any predictions, TJ?
Oh,
While I
let's
look
see.
up stuff about Microsoft game streaming.
So, problem is, a lot of the Microsoft predictions I even had from before is all stuff that we have. But if Halo 6 is announced, so this will be my official prediction here. If Halo 6 is announced, it'll be Halo 6, and they're going to have emphasis on split screen because of the fallout from Halo 5 not having it.
Okay.
Halo 6, emphasis on split screen, both campaign and multiplayer.
Okay. So I'm gonna write Halo 6. It'll be clear that split screen is something you can do in the game.
Yeah.
They'll call it out. What about you, Matt?
I think we're gonna get the debut of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey trailer at the Microsoft event rather than the Ubisoft event.
I can see that, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's a get. Is that a thing? The timing is that correct? Is correct for that? Yeah, because Ubisoft. I don't know.
I think Microsoft leads the day on the 11th. So
Ubisoft is.
I had these in order, but then something fucked up. Here we go.
West Coast 1 p.m. is Ubisoft.
Yeah, it'll be right. It'll
Ubisoft.
be before. Ubisoft is Monday.
So is Microsoft. Microsoft is also
Oh,
Monday.
I'm sorry. No, it says Microsoft Sunday, June 10th on Kotaku.com right now.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. And that's what you had. You had June 10th originally.
Yeah, okay. So I damn it. Who you were
I'll
reading.
fix it back. No, I was just asking.
No,
And
okay. Okay, I thought you knew something I didn't. God damn it. Spanky in the chat's asking about Alan Wake. They gave up that license, and you can't even buy that game now. Actually,
because I think that's more licensed music than anything else. But
fair enough. But they clearly didn't care enough to even keep up the licensing to keep it on
they
sale.
really did not.
I love that game, and I actually own that game. I own the original. I bought the collector's edition with the DLC, and I bought the PC version with the DLC. I love that game, but I don't think they're making it again. All right, TJ, give me another predict.
Did you already mention yours, or did you just type yours in for your second one?
I just typed mine in. You're right. My second one.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Crackdown 3 is where we're gonna get our battle royale. Because I think Crackdown's being retooled, and they're like, let's put fucking Battle Royale agent. It's time for you to fight 99 other agents in the city.
Oh,
so I know,
sweet John.
So on my side, I know Gears of War was 2 years ago, and Halo 5 was 3 years ago, and the only thing we had in the interim was Halo Wars 2. I think they're going to try to, in order to try and get some focus back on Microsoft, they're going to try and hit a year with a Halo and a Gears of War. They're both coming out this year. That's my prediction too.
Okay.
Halos of War.
Halos of War.
Okay, TJ, can you say that again?
Oh yeah. So we're gonna get both a Halo and a Gears of War announcement. Both coming out same year.
Is it Gears of War 5?
It'll be Gears of War 5. Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta finish Gears 4.
Yeah, I know. We played like the first
First chapter.
third of the game, maybe, or a quarter.
I think
of the
there's
game.
like 5 chapters. So
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Someone in the chat. That's a thing I had months ago that I thought would happen this year. For an EA prediction. Someone mentioned Madden on Switch, but I'm not gonna change mine. I'll leave my predictions as is.
Conker's Battle Royale, where we're hearing from the chat. I would love it, but I guess they own the IP for that though.
That's rare.
They?
Yeah.
But that's not rare that Nintendo has some control over, right? Because Microsoft has Banjo-Kazooie re-releases and everything, right?
Yep. They've got the Banjo-Kazooies. They've got the Conker's Bad Fur Day.
They don't have DK because that was Nintendo property.
Yeah.
Developed. Okay.
So John,
Matt?
I respect your prediction, but I regret to inform you that the Battle Royale is going to, in fact, come in Sea of Thieves.
Oh, that's not a crazy thing, actually. All right.
I could see the Battle Royale being on the sea with things like Krakens actually holding you guys in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go outside. Man. All right. And TJ, what's your third prediction?
You typed in your third prediction again without actually saying it.
I know, but I just
You're jumping the gun too. You're getting all the good
I'm going to say that they're not
going
going to mention Halloween, which was their competitor to PSVR, but not really competitor because it's not the same as VR. But
then I'm going to go on the other side of it and mention that they are going to announce their official partnership with Oculus.
Then I'm going to go on the third side.
Wait, whoa. The Oculus partnership's already known, right?
No, not 100%, and let alone the fact that it's going to be an Oculus for Xbox One.
Okay. We'll say Oculus partnership with Xbox compatible headset. That's it. Got it. All right.
And I'm going to go on the third side and say they're going to announce a standalone HoloLens headset that's a competitor for the Oculus Go.
Ah. Play Minecraft on your HoloLens.
Exactly. That's Spanky, what I'm thinking.
Spanky, we already have new Battletoads. It's Killer Instinct.
Windows mixed reality for Xbox One. Yeah, I mean, they kind of showed that a little bit 3 years ago, and then they never talked about it. And I'm saying that's done. They got Oculus now. The HoloLens is going to be some sort of educational Microsoft tool thing that they aren't doing games with. And they're just going to go, we got Oculus, and Matt's saying they're going to make the HoloLens an Oculus Go type thing and pivot it. So we don't know yet. We're going to find out. But that's good for Microsoft, I think. Let's move on.
Yep.
We got lots of press conferences to get through. All right, Bethesda, which will be, now I have the actual order, which will be after that. At least they don't have any they're right back to back like they used to. I think it was 2 years ago. Well, they had the PC game show that was the same time as the Sony one, so nobody watched it. I don't know what time this PC game thing is. Is it the same time as something else this year? I don't know. I'd like to watch that, but that one is 7 hours long. Yeah, they have these slated out overlapping. So Bethesda, Matt, your favorite, go.
Yeah.
What's Bethesda doing? Your Bethesda
76 will release in November.
Oh, we got a prediction. Fallout 76 November.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you... okay. You want to go with November? You go with November.
I'm calling my
That's
shot.
fine, because
I bought fucking Taco Bell last year because of this, so I'm not going to go easy on you guys. I lost last year.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's right.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Fallout 76 for August.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's basically ready.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna say Fallout 76 right now. No, I'm kidding. They wouldn't do that. I'm gonna say Fallout 76 will be multiplayer, playable soon, single player DLC, single player mode in future. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm thinking. So what do we know? Let's delve a little bit into Fallout 76.
We really don't. We know nothing official.
We know nothing official. We have good word that it's a multiplayer game, or at least has multiplayer in it in a significant way.
The rumblings are Rust-style survival game.
Correct.
Some other people think it's going to be a more expanded version of Fallout Shelter.
We have.
I'm
from
just some
the
other
lore,
people.
we know that this is one of the vaults that opens first, so it makes sense that all these building rumors would be true.
Correct. Yeah, and so the lore in the timeline makes this 60 years before the original Fallout game, and 150 years before Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4. So this is way off the timeline. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's interesting. I think it's going to be like I believe Jason Schreier. There were a lot of Bethesda people, fans on Reddit being like, can't trust this guy, and it's like, this guy broke a lot of things correctly last year, and he said he has 3 sources that say it's going to be like Rust, and I gotta admit it's got to be something like that. I'm gonna think that what this game was they had Fallout 4, they wanted to have multiplayer, but they couldn't get it done in time, and they're like, let's make it a more robust thing and put it out a couple years later, and now they're making it into like a big thing, which will be good because Bethesda has made really good games. So I think it'll be cool, and I think what my prediction is, they're going to have that stuff, the online stuff, ready to go pretty quick, and then they are like, but we also have single player content that isn't going to be available right away. I don't know. That's a weird prediction, but I'm going with it. We got a lot of predictions in the chat. I don't think Brink 2 is going to happen somehow. All those Brink fans out there. I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to happen at all, or be announced.
Not this year.
Not this year. They're going to announce that when they're ready for it, like the year it comes out, and I think that's next year, fall 2019. So, because they got Skyrim's not on phones yet. Let's get that bitch going. Let's get port it to everything. Skyrim VR on Nintendo Labo. Get that on there.
On Virtual Boy.
Fallout 4 VR already happened. Fallout New Vegas. I was so hoping that the announcement was going to be a Fallout New Vegas remake or remaster, because I love that game.
Yeah, that game was great. Oh man, I kind of want to replay that game.
I know.
I'm going to leave this call and replay that game real quick.
Actually, I think that there's some pretty good mods out for that upgrade a lot of stuff. So it might be worth a second look. Okay, Rage 2. We talked a little bit about. It looks much different than Rage 1. It looks much more open worldy. It's being done by Avalanche, the people that made the Mad Max game that was fairly well received, but not like critical darling. But people were like, this is actually pretty fun, like car combat, driving around, open world, Mad Max. So this is looking. And TJ, I think you had made the comment that you thought maybe this is originally going to be a Mad Max game.
No, someone mentioned that on the Reddits. I think
because I know
as a fan theory.
I know a lot of stuff about a lot of things with very smartest people.
So
you could be president, Matt.
That's true.
I don't want to.
That's fine. Neither did he.
So we have some thoughts about a Prey expansion. Do you guys remember the game Prey?
Yep.
One that came out that wasn't the bounty hunting game that they had announced way back when. Prey is I liked Prey, but I don't know. I'm not going to even touch this. Whatever. They're going to make a DLC for Prey probably. There were some hints saying that they're working on DLC. So, Quake Champions. I'm only bringing this up because this Polygon article specifically mentions a sneak peek at a new dismemberment system, which gives bodies hundreds of joints to explode now. Right, so
Nice.
you can gib your gibs or gibby, and which is fun. Does anyone play Quake Champions?
Is it out?
Oh yeah, it's been out.
Okay.
No, last I heard that the Steam concurrent player base is around 1,000 people, and it's kind of hard to get. So
Yeah.
I find it hard for them to spend too much time on this. They may just write this off as no one's playing it. Let's work on something else. But I don't know how much they've invested because it didn't take off in any way.
Yeah.
So we
There are
got some people
cats
in chat
fighting in
mentioning
my
this stuff.
apartment right now.
Oh, I see him back there.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein came out last year. New Colossus. I forgot that Bethesda said it was going to be on the Switch.
About this month.
With a release date out this month, I have heard nothing about it since. So, but maybe that'll be something. Doom VFR was a thing that came out last year. I mean, there isn't a lot of new stuff.
I
for
think
these things.
I think it's time for Doom 2, and that's going to make an appearance.
Doom
It's gonna
2.
be called
Is that a
Tomb.
prediction? Is that a TJ prediction?
That was a teaser prediction. I'm going to go ahead and take it.
It's
Doom
a TJ prediction
2.
guarantee.
Well, Doom 2 already came out a long time ago.
Yes, it did for Super Nintendo and PC.
Yeah. Is there any other Bethesda stuff? Surprises. Remember what was it, like 4 years ago, whatever they announced, or 3 years ago, or whatever it was, Fallout Shelter. They announced it was playable that day, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls
Man, that
Online.
was a
There's a new
good year.
expansion on the 5th. You know, so that's possible for them to talk about it, but it's already kind of out. It's like out today, I guess. So, oh yeah, there was also Starfield, which was a space RPG that's been rumored to be in development for a while. I forget who that was. That was like I forget who's developing that. I think that we just saw like, was Starfield the one where somebody like took a camera photo of someone's like laptop in a train? No, that was the Shadow of the Tomb Raider title announcement. Was that?
I have a
That is
prediction.
not. I'm not allowing any of this to happen in the chat right now. Spanky from a podcast called Hua Hui is saying that if he's right about Doom Hellfire being the name of the game, he gets to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 lore on the podcast for 20 minutes. You know what? Fine. I'll give you that. As Arbiter, I'll give you that. Chat prediction. I'm going to... Man, Bethesda predictions.
See, I've
I
got
got
one,
one.
and I don't know if I want to put it in Nintendo or if I want to put it in Bethesda.
Okay.
Because my issue is I think it's going to be not in the Bethesda conference. I think it's going to be the Nintendo conference.
That's fine.
Okay. My number 3 then is a Fallout 3 release on the Switch.
What?
Yep.
I'm
don't think
predicting
they would go
Fallout
just
4
Fallout
on
4?
Switch.
I think it'd be 3 or 3 plus New Vegas as kind of a 2-pack.
Okay.
But
wow,
yep.
really cranking out the oldies. That game came out like 2008.
Yeah, we got Skyrim.
I'm saying they got Doom working on the Switch. They can get Fallout 4 working. That's the hot prop.
Yeah. I'm going to say that we're going to get some announced.
I'm changing my mind.
Kind of VR
Fallout
adaptation of
76.
Wolfenstein. I said it. VR Wolfenstein.
Fallout 76 will be on Switch. That's what I'm saying. They're hitting that. They can make the game work on it.
All right, you guys keep going. I'm gonna explode if I don't run. I'll be right back.
So this is
You drank
you're
like
saying
4 bottles of water.
Wolfenstein VFR, basically. That's fair.
Yeah, I think it'll be announced. I don't think they'll have a release date or probably even
But
anything
that's
about
good
it.
enough. They're gonna say it's gonna happen. That's fine. I'm gonna say, oh, Bethesda. Let me think of a fun prediction. I think no, it was Ubisoft that like 3 years ago. There was a guy who they had invited like a bunch of like professional players to sit in the audience, and they awkwardly talked to a couple guys.
Yeah,
but I don't know if
Ubisoft
that's
is
gonna
really
happen.
good for like the awkward moments.
Rage 2. I kind of want like a Rage 2 prediction here, but I don't know what to say about it. Like, is there going to be?
I think it's probably.
All right, I'm doing it. Rage 2 Royale.
Yep, I was gonna say that seems like a pretty
Rage
safe
2
prediction.
Royale. All right, we got to get louder because someone in our chat can hear his neighbors banging. So
Just start a
That's
white
fine.
noise machine.
I'll just copy the same sounds.
all right, let's talk about. All right, I'm gonna say person in the chat. Take your headphones off. Get your speakers, point them upwards, and crank it. Stop being loud, sex people. I hope they heard that. All right, Matt, you're owed one more prediction before you're allowed to,
One more prediction.
because I made all mine.
I don't know.
Come on, Matt.
I'm
Everyone's
gonna
staring at
say-
you. I wish I had
I'm
water.
gonna say that we're gonna get which one? A new Evil Within.
Oh, already.
Yep.
Wasn't that last year? But then
Announced.
again, it was like last spring, wasn't
Just
it?
announced.
All right, fair enough. That's a franchise we haven't gotten to. All right, moving on the old press conference ladder. It looks like Squeenix is next, not Ubisoft as I have it set up.
Okay,
To be.
I'll jump down.
Squeenix, otherwise known as Square Enix. All right, Spanky, get your fucking pants off and get ready. Because we're gonna be talking about some games. I know you're ready for it. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, everyone's favorite Square Enix property. So this was the one that was leaked because they had like artwork somebody was working. Here's a tip: if you're working on an unreleased game, don't work in a public place like a Subway or a Starbucks on stuff, because people will look at your screen. That's like the people that watch porn and stuff in like Starbucks. Like, no, people are gonna look at your screen, so don't do it, and you'll get kicked out.
I said that wasn't me.
It's not allowed. Don't do it. Lara Croft's gonna go to Mexico. They said this developers are envisioning the story as darker and more challenging for Croft. This is the Shadow. She rose. That was a prequel, right? Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Rise was right after Tomb Raider.
Oh, was it?
Tomb Raider
Oh, yeah,
reboot
because Tomb
started
Raider's
the
the origin
story.
story.
Yep, and
We're
then
becoming more-
immediately right into Rise after she comes back to Croft Manor,
Got it.
and then it's going to follow up in the Shadow.
I need to finish that. I played like the first like hour, and it was really good. And I finished the first game, but anyway, so that's a thing. Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age.
Already has a release date.
It's coming out September 4th.
Yep.
Dragon Quest X, I guess, existed and only came out in Japan in 2012. I forgot about that.
course.
Well, they put out Dragon Quest IX in the US, and that had online stuff.
No, local.
No, it had online stuff. You connect to like servers and download quests and stuff.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
a weird
just the
thing.
quests.
It was
yeah.
like a weird thing. Anyway,
That's
I
right.
like that game a lot actually. But all right, well that's a
I
thing.
love mine.
All right, let's just move on to Final Fantasy VII remake. That I think that's a Sony event thing. You know what I mean?
Seems like
They're gonna save that for Sony. I think because Sony's going hard with these remasters and remakes right now. So, why TJ? Why you look so excited?
I have a feeling that
tonight's
not
going to be a
only
good night.
no, not only will Final Fantasy VII Remake not be talked about at E3, about a week or two later, it'll be canceled.
I mean, the last time we heard about it was like in, I believe, the Sony event in like 2015, and there's not been a peep since then. They mentioned
There've been screenshots.
But nothing major.
No.
It does seem weird because there's another game coming out that they're making. Just Cause 4 possibly is coming out. There's been a leak. I believe that was that also part of the Walmart leak? Yes. Which also leaked Gears of War 5 and Splinter Cell. So that's probably going to happen. What?
Splinter Cell?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So Just Cause 4 probably coming out. The most recent one was, I can't believe that was 2015. Just Cause 3.
Yeah.
It was like that was just like last year, but okay. All right, moving on to the thing we've been waiting. The Avengers project, Eidos Montreal, Crystal Dynamics was announced that they had a Marvel license in 2017. So people are saying, Avengers Infinity War coming out now. They got Avengers game. In January this year, developers had brought in a lot of serious talent and made, quote, tremendous progress since last discussed, as mentioned. So we can see that. All right. Here it is, the big thing. Life is Strange 2. They did a prequel series to Life is Strange. Don't Nod Entertainment. So people are saying rather than a prequel, we're doing a sequel to Life is Strange. Well received, critically acclaimed. I like those games a lot,
and it'll be called Life is Stranger.
Nothing else for
Life is Stranger Things.
One more game. I almost forgot. Octopath Traveler, the Nintendo Switch exclusive RPG, coming out in July. So
it looks good as fuck. If you haven't played the demo, download the demo.
Yes, it does look amazing. And Dragon Quest Builders 2. That's coming out. That was a really cool game that was well received.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. I think that's all Square Enix has. There's nothing else, so I think we can move on. Any predictions?
Yep.
Nothing else coming out?
I'll do the prediction on the one you skipped on purpose. It's fine.
What? Whoa! I just choose a reality in which this game doesn't exist.
It's fine. Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out the week of November 9th.
You work at a games retailer.
It's not in there.
All right. I'll trust you.
It is not in there yet.
All right. KH3, November 9th.
Yeah, November 9th is the Friday. November 6th is the Tuesday. It's one of those 2 days. That's my guess. It's the only game that could come up.
You're just predicting based on the time schedule.
Yes. It's the only game that could come butt up to Red Dead and not kill its sales.
You got to butt up to that Red Dead.
Butt up.
Are you going to say that your other prediction was the Final Fantasy remake will not be?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII remake not even talked about.
Okay, I mean that's probably a safe one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if they said anything, it would be at the Sony conference. But I mean, this will hold true. I'm gonna say that we're going to see. I'm gonna say we're gonna get a trailer for that Marvel game, that Crystal Dynamics.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be Avengers based or that they have a licensing from, but I guess they're because we all remember this is because Disney completely shuttered all of their game studios, which is why everything went over to EA, and then EA, you know what I mean? So they're licensing out their properties here, and Square Enix is making a Marvel game, not a Spider-Man game, which Sony owns the rights to, because that's how Sony be.
I want to change my second prediction, but we can wait for Matt to get
Matt,
one.
give us a prediction, right. Matt. Come on.
Kingdom Hearts 3 will contain the first appearance of a Marvel character.
I hope so.
Ooh.
I hope so.
I mean, they could do it.
They could.
They haven't gone outside Disney, but then they moved on to Pixar. So, I mean, they got those licenses.
Yep.
You might as well use them. All right. What do you want to change your second prediction to?
We're gonna make it where, as opposed to remake, Final Fantasy VIII digital is finally gonna come to PS4.
Yeah,
it'll be a port. Yeah, they got 7 and 9 on there, but it'll just be a port of the PC version.
I think I mentioned this before, but I do want these predictions not to necessarily be they're announced in the press conference unless you specify that. If this is something Sony mentions in their press conference, that's fine. As long as by the end of E3 your prediction came true.
Yep.
So, oops, I'm looking at Bethesda. I'm trying to jog my memory for a prediction. I'm gonna say, oh man, Square Enix doesn't even have that much.
They got all that Deep Silver stuff though too.
Yeah.
Although that leaked Hitman 2 thing that's probably going to happen, that's not going to be through them now that IOI isn't. Independent.
They're not owned by Square Enix anymore. They dumped them, but I guess they had enough money to make another Hitman game, or enough ability because of that game's good sales and reception to get money.
Yeah, exactly.
To make another one. So, I'm gonna say, God, you know what? There's gonna be a theme with all of my predictions, I think. So we're gonna say, Just Cause 4 Royale, baby, Royale mode. That's gonna be the theme of E3 this year.
That would be fun.
Royale mode.
It'll either be this game has Battle Royale, or it'll be specifically mentioning that your game does not have Battle Royale. Will be a running theme throughout the whole conference.
Right, a little pushback.
I really don't know what to predict for this, because this is the publisher that I have the least experience with. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with my dumb joke that the Life is Strange 2 game will be called Life is Stranger.
Okay, that's fine. TJ, your final prediction?
All right.
I typed mine, so I can do mine if you're not ready.
Yeah, you can do yours. It's fine.
I'm going to say that they're going to mention that Tomb Raider movie that came out recently, and as some sort of tie-in with the game. It could be as simple as them saying, with the Tomb Raider franchise spanning both the big screen and this, we've got the new, they're just going to make some sort of, they're going to, the movie didn't do very well, if I remember correctly. I don't think it was poorly received. I don't think the box office as well. Came out, when did that movie come out? I don't know.
A couple months ago.
Yeah,
I think it came out at a really busy time. Did it get drowned by Black Panther? I think it was up against something really popular.
That sounds about right.
March 14th and 16th in the US. No, actually. Its opening weekend, it was released alongside Love, Simon, and I Can. And it was beaten by those movies.
Oh, man.
It was projected to make $30 million in its opening weekend, and it made $9 million.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a just a random Dragon Quest Builders prediction that it's gonna have a 2-player mode. The first one did not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, Matt, what's your prediction?
Kingdom Hearts Battle Royale.
Oh, I'll give it to you because it's not going to happen. But if it did,
I can't think of anything else. Yeah.
Well, this is one of the lighter press conferences. It's tough because Square Enix didn't really have a huge developer footprint. They bought a lot of studios recently.
Yeah.
So they have a lot larger portfolio, and I think maybe we're going to see a lot of stuff that we haven't heard about yet. So it's kind of hard to predict.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be funny to hear that the PS4 and the Xbox One versions of Kingdom Hearts 3 get different exclusive content.
Yeah.
That would just ruin people.
Yeah. Well, hey, Master Chief is available in the Xbox version and
Kratos in the PS4 version.
Kratos in Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, I'd love to see that.
Mickey.
He just grabs Minnie and leaves.
It's the Keyblades of Chaos.
Yeah. All right. Ubisoft is next.
Okay, jumping back.
More like UB Hard.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
How did you know?
All right. So we've got some announcements that are basically already known. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was, I think, part of those leaks as well, or was a leak.
And then they got a teaser. They just pushed
and then
that
they just threw a teaser, and they're like, "Hey!" And the teaser shows a Roman centurion type hat. So sounds like Sparta.
Trojan War era, yeah.
They're saying Sparta.
This is Sparta.
Especially as the teaser animation that's been viewed 1.6 million times is a guy kicking a guy off of a hill, very much like the "This is Sparta" moment in the movie. So that would be cool. That'd be neat. I like it when they do different locales. I need to play Assassin's Creed. Was it Origins?
Origins, yep.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to be on sale for like 20. Because I've heard it's really good. Changes things up. I thought they were going to be doing we're taking time between these games, but it doesn't seem what's happening. They're going right into the next one. So, let's see here. The Crew 2.
That's end of this month. Yeah.
End of this month? Wow. They're going to have something on that.
Cars, motorcycles, ATVs, boats, planes, and you're able to swap between vehicles without loading screens.
And you can race on the same course. So you have planes racing cars, racing boats. You always got to make sure you're racing next to a canal, though. You don't want to leave your boat friends behind. The Division 2. Yet another plague takes over New York. No, I don't know what the setting is of this. I think people are expecting there to be a sequel, though, as it was a big game they worked on.
Mm-hmm.
And Destiny 2 exists, and Anthem's coming out from EA, so they gotta have their multiplayer loot co-op shooter type game. So, but nothing's really been announced, so maybe we'll see something for the first time. Skull and Bones, that was a pretty big deal that was announced last year, and that was basically the car combat, or the boat combat from, back in those days, boats were basically cars. So, I'm basically right.
Yeah,
but
the horses of the sea.
Yeah, yes, known as the Horse of the Sea, the boat.
Twisted Metal with pirates.
So this was basically taking the Assassin's Creed Black Flag ship to ship combat system they had, and making kind of a game out of it. But they announced in May it was going to be delayed until the 2019-2020 fiscal year, which is second half of 2019. So at the earliest. So I think people are expecting that to come out. In the earnings report, they said the game needs more polish. So Sounds like they're working on that. They had a demo to show last year, and not much more than that. So, Beyond Good and Evil 2. In May, we saw some video, pre-alpha footage, which was showing that lady from the first teaser trailer we got last year, named Shani, the monkey named Nox. It looked like there was some like dog fighting, jumping, and that's like the coolest thing in the world. So, sign me up for some.
It's the only thing that was cool about Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah. Oh no, Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, you're right. That was the cool part. Okay, you're right. But I'm just thinking of how cool all those parts were when I think about Final. Yeah. So it sounds like there's gonna be massive airships, dogfights, some fighter pilots, melee combat with swords. They're saying that the solar system will be seamless, no loading. You'll be pirate captain. You'll have crew with members with individual responsibilities like medic and spy. Sounds like it could be something really neat and unique. So
yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, they also promised a lot more at this year's E3. So that sounds like this game is not vaporware, and it's definitely coming out soon or they have a lot of stuff. So one of that Walmart Canada leaks, as we had mentioned before, was Splinter Cell game.
Just Splinter Cell game, no name on it.
Yeah, just Splinter Cell.
Okay, I'll have a prediction once we get there.
I just want to mention adding fuel to this fire as a special in-game promotion for the Ghost Recon Wildlands game. They had a Sam Fisher character show up with Michael Ironside doing the voice acting, which leads me to believe they had him working on the new game. So they were like, why don't you come in and do some voice lines for Ghost Recon Wildlands DLC? So yeah, I think that's going to happen. The last game was that Splinter Cell Blacklist from 2013, so quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And then we had the game For Honor, which came out a while ago, and I think that's still decently being played, pretty strong. Like, I think that's held a pretty
somewhat.
Decent... I see streamers playing it a lot still, so I guess they've done a whole like second year of content like planned, and they had a teaser video on the For Honor team, promised some cool surprises coming E3. So Far Cry 5 DLC is launched like today. Hours of Darkness, it takes place in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And they're planning a couple other DLC episodes. They have a zombie infested wasteland one and a Mars one planned for Far Cry 5. So maybe they'll mention some of that in the conference, some of the expansion information. My prediction will be Just Dance. I'm going to say Just Dance. My first prediction says Just Dance will still be released on the Wii. Right?
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Because Just Dance 2018 was also released on the Wii.
And
I don't even think it got a Wii U release, did it?
No, it got the Wii U release, but
it's not going to get a Wii U release.
Yeah, if it's going to get a Wii, it'll be just Wii only, not Wii and Wii U.
No, I don't think it'll be a Wii. I can't predict that. The Switch has blown up so much. I got to imagine it'll be a Switch thing.
Just remember, the last game made for PS2 was FIFA Soccer 2014.
I understand, TJ, but I'm not going crazy on it. I'm saying, well, Just Dance 2019 will not be on the Wii. It'll be on the Switch. Where do you even put a game out on the Wii? No one's going to buy that. The Switch is Nintendo's new hotness. They moved away from the Wii brand at this point, so. But that would have been a fun prediction. Maybe you want to make that your prediction. Be on the Wii.
I'm tempted, but I think I might hold off on that. But I do think that the Switch this year gets an Assassin's Creed. It's either going to be Origins or Odyssey. Ubisoft was really good with putting stuff on Switch.
That's true.
So,
Mario and Rabbids.
Well, even if we go back to the Wii U era, they did Assassin's Creed 3 and 4.
That's true. They did it right by as a third party. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually like got some back pats on that, and Nintendo was like, they've always got their back.
They even, after lots of delays, put Watch Dogs out on the Wii U as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. It was way behind, but it still came out.
Yeah.
Okay, I almost got Watch Dogs as a launch PS4 game. That was my PS4 bundle. Was the Watch Dogs bundle that I had pre-ordered, and then Watch Dogs was delayed, and then Amazon was just going to give me a PS4 without a game. So that's what I ended up with. All right, let's get some more predictions. Matt, do you have an Ubisoft prediction? I know you were around for the entire
really
time
easy one.
Okay.
We're not going to hear anything about Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Wow. I would think the opposite, but
Nope. No word. None at all.
wow.
Okay. I mean, I'll just let you throw away your point here, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one.
Mm-hmm.
Division 2 Royale. I'm going to hit with one of these, so I'm just, I'm banking it.
You're
one
going
of
to
these
hit
is
with
gonna be
several
right.
of them.
Because Division 2 was all about Division was all about the Dark Zone, which is very Royale-y when you think about it. Like, squads going in, fighting other squads for loot and stuff, so.
All right. You ready for this hotness? Especially because we've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey for sure coming up this year. Yeah. Skull and Bones, I think they're trying to hit this year, or at least close, if not, first quarter next year.
Well, I think they announced that it wasn't going to be until 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, but with everything they're working on and the crew coming out and probably Division, I think that Splinter Cell leak is a remaster.
Ooh.
And I hope it's Chaos Theory, if not the original trilogy. But
I mean, I think this is one thing that we haven't really gotten into with your predictions this year, but it has been remaster crazy land in games right now, because that Shadow of Colossus remaster, Last of Us remaster, Beyond 2, or there's just a lot of remasters that are HD editions or whatever fuck they're calling them. They're easy to crank out, and they're selling because more and more people are getting consoles that didn't have them, specifically on the Switch. You can get a version of your game on the Switch; it'll sell. So,
yep.
Okay,
and that's where a lot of my predictions are, though. It's remaster on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Matt?
Yeah. The Division 2 will take place on the West Coast.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a good call, actually.
Yeah. There's no way it's going to hit New York again, I don't think.
It'll be a different story, yeah.
It might not be virus, but just some sort of thing.
This wasn't announced anywhere. Watch Dogs 3 teaser.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 2 came out in 2016, man.
Yeah. I still haven't
2 years.
It.
I heard it was good.
Yeah. it really expanded on the stuff that Watch Dogs 1 did right.
Everyone was like, oh, this is the good version of Watch Dogs. Still not perfect, but so I think that's cool. TJ?
All right, so this is going to be less of the typical game one and more one of the fun predictions.
Okay.
Because of what Assassin's Creed Odyssey is kind of all going about, the presenter on stage is going to pull this is Assassin's Creed.
Okay, I like that. This is Sparta style reference of some kind. No Aisha Tyler. You think she's coming back? She wasn't here last year. I don't know. Matt, what are you thinking? What's your final prediction?
Someone will cry on stage during the Ubisoft press conference.
That happened last year. Right?
Happens a lot with these goddamn sentimental Frenchies.
Didn't Eve oh my god. Do you guys remember, just reminiscing about that press conference last year at Ubisoft?
Oh yeah.
Where, like, they had that moment at the end where they're like, bring out all the developers, and they're like, please don't let this other company buy our company from us or something. Like,
please,
you know,
no hostile
support
takeover.
us. Yeah, and then it didn't end up happening, but like it was just a really weird thing to put in your press conference. But yeah, maybe they'll be so happy things have gone so well for them. Boy, we're getting down to it. We only got a couple left here.
Yep, I'm gonna explode again, but keep talking. Just keep going.
Oh, okay. I haven't even gotten a break yet, and you guys are just fucking off here. I'm a professional.
Yeah, we're well hydrated. You're gonna get
That's
fucking
true.
kidney stones.
I know. I think Nintendo's the last, so we've got Sony. We got Sony.
We're not doing the PC gaming show.
No, we can't.
Learn
do
about
that.
all
That-
the new graphics cards.
That's like, so yeah, all the graphics card I won't be able to buy because crypto miners have bought everything. Let's talk about Sony. Sony had a crazy cool showing last year, or a couple years. They had that Final Fantasy VII remake teaser. They had the new God of War last year. Resident Evil 7 trailer that came out. Days Gone still isn't out. Final Fantasy VII still isn't out. They've been the ones that like had the first trailer for Destiny 2. The first Call of Duty trailer was on there, but this year they're like near the end of the press conferences, so I don't think they're going to have a lot of debut trailers saved for. Would you say that's possibly true, TJ? So Sony's kind of running the end. I don't think they're going to have a lot of debut trailers. I think Sony's going to focus on the games they've announced that haven't come out yet, because there are a lot of them.
There are a lot.
Death Stranding still isn't out yet. We haven't seen any sort of gameplay. We just got a weird trailer at the Tokyo Game Show. Where's that weird baby mouth trailer?
That was last year's E3, I thought.
That wasn't E3.
No,
it was
the first weird
PlayStation
trailer was at
Experience?
E3.
Yeah, it was PlayStation Experience. Yeah.
There have been so many weird trailers. I think at least 4.
Yeah. The one with Guillermo del Toro. They're just, who's not in the game, they said. He's just in the trailer. Who, I don't know what's going on. So
There's a Mads Mikkelsen trailer.
Oh, that's right. There's Mads
Mikkelsen's the villain trailer. There's all those weird Instagram photos of Mads Mikkelsen, Hideo Kojima, like smoking cigarettes together in Japan, hanging out. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I linked to GameSpot's E3 predictions for Sony here, and they have a couple things. They're mentioning the crazy amount of remakes that came out. Like, let's just think about this. There was Res Infinite. There was Crash Bandicoot Remaster, Parappa the Rapper, Loco Roco Patapon, Wipeout, and I guess Medieval Remastered was a thing teased at that PlayStation Experience. Shadow of Colossus came out. But the studio behind that, Blue Point Games, is reportedly working on another remake. So who knows what it'll be? Something. So maybe that's something we can have our predictions on. Last of Us Part 2. We saw a little bit of that. Darker Tone, which is crazy to think about after playing Last of Us. That was a pretty dark game to begin with. But Sony's confirmed that they're going to focus on like 4 main titles during this year's E3, and Last of Us 2 is one of them. So Part 2. I could see that. TJ, you would think mentioned some Sony exclusive content, but they're predicting that there'll be Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff at this conference because they've been kind of Sony tied together. And they'll have some exclusive content revealed for Sony consoles for Red Dead Redemption 2. We can't forget that Sucker Punch game, Ghost of Tsushima, the like samurai action game we saw a trailer for. Insomniac's new Spider-Man game. Ben Studios' Days Gone, which was that weird zombie trucker biker gang game thing that they showed for like 2 years now, and still hasn't come out. So I don't know what's going on with that. Shenmue 3 was announced at a Sony press conference, if we remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the one and two remaster is coming out this year.
Resident Evil 7 was announced years ago. Also at that, they're giving a prediction here that they think that From Software is going to be putting out a teaser or more information about their new game. I guess there was a 30-second teaser trailer at the Game Awards last fall, and so people are assuming this is their new From Software Dark Souls / Bloodborne alike game. So maybe people are assuming it'll be more like Tenchu or Japanese samurai based game. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's basically all we kind of know about that so far. The 4 games that they said they were going to focus on were Death Stranding, the Spider-Man game, Last of Us 2, and then some other game that I'm trying to read this article about. Ghost of Tsushima. That game. So that's their main focus. Those 4 games. Some Sony stuff that's happened. The PlayStation Vita is done in the US, but not in Japan. They said they're going to stop printing games for it in the US, right?
Correct. Because the
so you could put out digitally games, but not physical copies. But in Japan,
system's already out of production.
Systems out of production, yeah. I was waiting to buy one of those for the longest time because I wanted to have that PS4 crossplay, and like I had all my PlayStation Plus titles I've been getting every month,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I was like, this would be good. But that thing never got cheap. Like $170 was the cheapest it got, and you still needed like to shell out $50 for a memory stick, you know, like it was just like
I hit it when it was 120.
Yeah, I didn't pay enough attention to like focus on keeping track of the sales, and it was just like
yeah.
And then they kind of petered out. So Vita 2 announced. No.
PSP Classic.
You know, I'm gonna start off the predictions here, right?
Okay.
We haven't talked about hardware in any way. PS4 Pro price drop happening. It's been out for like a year now, more than a year, right?
A year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Came out October of 2016.
Yeah,
it was October.
PS4 Pro is still $400.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be $350 or something. I'm just gonna say there's gonna be a price drop announced during the conference.
I mean, it's already going to be $350 during the conference for the Days of Play sale, but that's just a sale that's going on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say there'll be a price drop that's permanent in some way. Be it a PlayStation 4 Pro with Last of Us 2 bundle that's coming out, you know, whatever, where it's the same price, buying it separate. They're doing something to keep the price down on that because they're trying to compete with the One X, which is better but more expensive still.
Yeah,
but they're good. They want to gut into that. You want your 4K gaming? It's cheaper. Anyway, okay. Any other predictions?
I think we're going to get an updated version of the PlayStation VR.
Okay.
I mean, they've already had one new iteration so far.
Mm-hmm. If you want me to narrow it down, I'd be willing to say that it'll be
it's
PlayStation
VR
VR 2.
I'll just say PlayStation VR update to hardware announced. A new one.
Yeah.
Okay. TJ?
Oh, this has been tough. I'm going to start with a safe one
Oh,
It's gonna be really, really safe. But this this press conference is where they're going to announce the second of the pre-order costumes for Spider-Man. So far, there's three or four pre-order bonus costumes you get for Spider-Man for the game. They've announced one of them being Spider-Punk, and they're holding off on the other two. But this particular conference will announce the second one. And actually, I'll go one step further because it's still too generic. The one they'll announce is Spider-Man Noir.
okay. Good. All right, back to me. Oh man, I don't know if they're going to announce. I think I might have to cut away from the Royale, and this is where they announce
Spider-Man
the
Royale.
I just don't see if they're focusing on. I know, but I'm just saying if they're focusing on 4 games.
But listen to how good this sounds, Red Dead Royale.
I mean, that is possible, but I don't think so. They make enough money on their online with GTA 5 online that I think the Red Dead version of that's not like Royale we'll have that. So I'm gonna say, God, what's the? I want to go after the remake here. What's? Oh, I've got it. Sly Cooper remake.
Okay.
How's this not happened already? Those games are beloved.
Well, it did for PS3, but just not for PS4 yet.
Exactly.
Yep. Make it a complete collection with.
They
with
did the same thing
one.
with Crash Bandicoot. You know, re-released it like 8 times.
And Spyro's this year.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So I'm saying Sly Cooper remake.
Good news, everyone. We're gonna.
Go ahead.
I'll go first. We're gonna get an announcement of a new Resident Evil game.
Okay. TJ?
All right. A crazy one.
Okay.
Even though it's not conducive to their business, and there's no reason for them to do this, PlayStation announces they're going to open up their online to support cross-platform play with the Xbox. It's my crazy one. And secretly, they're doing it because of pushback from Epic Games and Fortnite.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hopping on. Oh man, I want to focus on their 4 games, but don't know much about these. I almost want to say there's going to be some sort of, because we haven't talked about any of these conferences having mentioning Fortnite at all, which would be insane. Oh well, we have Nintendo yet.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to predict. I'm going to say, God, what about this Days Gone game? Is this coming out ever?
Next year? It's almost certain next year already.
They really kind of pushed against that, you know, like it just kind of.
Well, Days Gone is the last of those 4 games that they announced 2 years ago at E3 to finally come out.
Sorry, I'm typing.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna say that we're gonna get a Dreams trailer again, or a demo that leaves us confused about how the game works. It's still not going to be able to explain what the game is.
You could say that same sentence about Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's true. Is that what you want your prediction to be?
No. This is going to be. I don't have anything good for Sony directly, because there's nothing they need to change for them to make money. But let's go ahead and throw this weird thing out there. Sony announces new form factor for DualShock 4 controller coming out this year.
Okay.
So it's going to be significantly a different controller.
Okay. New DualShock 4 DualShock Pro, like what they did with the Xbox One Pro controller.
Like the Elite?
Yeah, the Elite.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay. Matt, final prediction for...
I think we're going to
Matt?
get a Last of Us 2 release date, and it's going to be this year.
Okay. Last of Us Part 2 this year. All right. That's pretty good. We got one final press conference in air quotes here. Sony or Nintendo is going to be doing its I believe this year it's not so ridiculous in the timing.
And this year they're legitimately calling it a Nintendo Direct. It is just a
so they're not. It's not like a press
Is it gonna
conference.
be in
They
a
haven't been doing
treehouse again.
afterwards.
yeah.
but
They'll
they're
follow
gonna
the
do.
treehouse.
But they're gonna do like the hour-long thing. It's 9 a.m. Pacific, which means that I took Monday off next week to do E3 stuff, and then I didn't take Tuesday off because I was like, "There's nothing on Tuesday, right?" Nintendo's on Tuesday. Now, I believe this was a thing they had at like 8 a.m. 2 years ago in Pacific time. Bitching about that. It was so early. For us, it wasn't a big deal. But so 11 a.m. That's fine. I'll just take a lunch early.
Yeah, Monday
I'll
going
block
into
out that time.
Monday going into Tuesday is their Splatoon Invitational. Then they'll be doing this, and then they got the Treehouse stuff, and then they're starting their the Smash Invitational after this.
So let's look at our Nintendo information we have here. So there's like some stuff that we kind of know a little bit about. Smash Brothers, they kind of tease that a lot already. So I got to expect some Smash Brothers Switch stuff is coming out. Metroid Prime 4 last year they announced was being worked on.
Mm-hmm.
That just the Yoshi game, Yoshi Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And they've teased a little bit about that new Pokemon Switch, like full Pokemon RPG game. Maybe we'll see something, maybe not. I don't know. They kind of talked about it a little bit like 2 weeks ago, so maybe not. But what else did we have? Animal Crossing Switch is a big thing. You know, New Leaf came out 5 years ago.
Yep.
Pocket Camp came out last year, so you know we're thinking that could happen. We saw Bayonetta 3 announced during some Nintendo Direct, or the Game Awards it was. So
yep.
Maybe we'll see a trailer this time. I think this GameSpot is predicting a Wonderful 101 port to the Switch. Might as well. Platinum made that as well. They're doing Bayonetta 3 with them. I guess Hideki Kamiya was excited about doing a port he's talking about. So sounds like maybe that's coming. They make a crazy prediction here that they're saying that Persona 5 is going to come out on Switch, which is, I mean, maybe.
People would love it, but
I haven't heard anything. Like, I mean, I guess there's a PS3 version, so.
There is, yeah.
You know. They're making the announcement that, Fallout 3 Switch, like that could happen. Like you said, a remake, something coming out, or Elder Scrolls 4 Switch
Oblivion,
port. Yeah, you know, New Vegas. A big prediction they're making is Fortnite on. No way this isn't going to happen. It works on mobile phones. It'll work on the Switch. It's a huge game.
Yep.
No way around that. They're making a crazy prediction here. 3 announced. I don't think so. I would love it. I've already beaten it though, because I'm not going to say that you should steal games, but since they won't let you buy this game, you know, maybe you can make the moral quandary a little bit lessened. There is a fan translation patch, which is incredibly well written, that you could check out. So anyway, Nintendo 64 Classic Edition. Maybe we're going to hear about it, or are they going to hold off until they've done another year of the NES and SNES Classics actually selling copies, so they're not off shelves immediately.
NES Classics come back to stores on the 29th.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. We'll include GoldenEye, maybe. Who knows? Rare is owned by Microsoft, so
much
don't-
complication for licensing on that, let alone GoldenEye. It's also, you got to deal with the 007.
An N64 Classic Edition that doesn't have GoldenEye on it is just really fucked up. That is the multiplayer game.
Yeah.
That and Mario Kart. Like, anyway. So let's get into our predictions here. I think the Royale prediction would be Fortnite coming to Switch. I'm going to say this. I almost wanted to do this for Sony, but I'm going to say this. Fortnite Switch will have exclusive in-game cosmetics.
Okay.
Nintendo themed. They're going to be like, fucking get a Mario hat. Boom. That's how they do. Anyone else?
Fire Emblem Switch. We get the name, we get the release date, we get story trailer, and we get gameplay. All of it.
Okay. Matthew?
Can I steal the N64 Classic prediction?
What's that?
Just that it'll get announced. Just because I want it to.
That's fair enough. I don't think that's a set in stone as it is, but I think that the GameSpot's assuming it's a done deal. But
Game Boy Classic,
man. Game Boy Classic could also happen.
A very tiny Game Boy.
Oh God! Oh man! But you know what the crazy thing about the Game Boy Classic? All they would make a Game Boy Classic shape of a Game Boy. It would be fucking awesome.
Your mic cut out during like most of that.
I'm saying all they need to do is just make it like the shape of a Game Boy Color, but with an LCD screen, and it would be the best fucking thing ever. I would love that thing. Like, oh my God. But yeah, I think N64 could be next. I don't know. Will it come with 4 controllers?
It won't come with them.
But it'll come with 4 controllers, but they'll sell it for $99. Boom, boom. Raise the price again.
18 games.
18, yeah, less games, of course. Well, there were less games on the 64. Okay, let me give a prediction. I think that they're going all out. I'm wondering if they're going to announce... I'm going to say online service games further detailed. New titles announced. They're going to announce more titles.
We'll know more than the 10 that we already know.
Because they said there were going to be more than 10. And they haven't
it's going to be 20 at launch, yeah.
They're going to announce the next 10. Or 5 of them or whatever. We're going to hear new ones. Okay.
All right, this is going to sound out of left field.
We got our out of left field ones to go.
No, I know, but I'm just talking for Switch specifically.
Okay.
Let's do a Konami releases a Castlevania game for the Switch, specifically a port of an old one.
That's not a bad bet. Okay. Because they have a lot of games that were on like the DS and stuff.
Game Boy Advance, you got Circle of the Moon, Aria of Sorrow.
Yeah, so
Harmony of Dissonance was good.
HD version for Harmony of Dissonance.
Especially with Bloodstain doing so well.
That's true. Matt Hugh?
I think we're going to get a Luigi-centric game. A Luigi as protagonist game.
Okay.
Luigi's Odyssey.
All right. Let me make another Nintendo prediction. I'm gonna say I don't want to. I've basically done. No, I did one third-party prediction. Let me do prediction of a first-party game. I Smash Brothers is not a port, but it might be a port. I'm gonna say that they're gonna say it's not a port, like the deluxe edition for Mario Kart 8 was.
Yeah, I think that's all but confirmed at this point. But
What? That it is a port?
no, that's not a port.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is they're going to say this is not a port, but we have all of the stuff from the previous game in it. You know what I mean? Like
I get you.
took the assets. You know, we didn't make a new engine for this, but it's not going to just be that game and extra characters. It's going to be a new game, but it's going to look incredibly similar to the Wii U game.
Yeah,
that's my prediction. It'll be not a port. I know we're running out of steam. It's getting late.
Yeah, we are.
We got one prediction each left, plus our weird ones. So
yep,
I'm done.
Let's go with official GameCube controller announcement for the Switch in conjunction with Smash Brothers, because the accidental working of the GameCube adapter I don't think is good enough for Nintendo.
Okay, got it. Smash GameCube controller access officially.
Yep.
Okay, Matt, you got anything?
Not really.
I'd like to see a Nintendo Switch.
Actually, I'm gonna take back that last one, and I'm gonna change it to Paper Mario port, either 1 or 2 on the Switch or 3DS.
Okay. I think that. Oh man, speaking of, I played that game recently. The second one, the game.
Oh, it's so good.
I never played that. It is so good, man.
Yes,
what a good
it
game
is.
that is.
And Spanky will argue, but it's fine.
Yeah, fuck off, Spanky. I'm sorry,
All
I
right.
love you, but that's
I got one.
Okay.
That I'm pulling straight out of my butt. There's going to be a Punch-Out game for the Switch.
We already got it. It's called ARMS.
That's what I'm thinking. I was going to say ARMS too, but I think it'd be more fun if it was just like a Punch-Out game.
I think so too.
I think what's interesting about the whole virtual console is that they were no virtual console. We're going to see a lot of the games get standalone just releases onto the eShop.
eShop, yeah.
Why have a virtual console when they're just making ports of everything?
Exactly.
You don't need an emulator. People just make a port version that runs in Windows that can be ported to the Switch. And they can do it themselves. Anyway. All right. Crazy predictions. All right. Let's see here. All right. I gotta get a new list here.
Yep.
For insane predictions. Insane predictions. If we want to do more than one each, we can. Because these are kind of fun.
This is late, so I don't know.
Oh, man.
Let's
I'm going to say everyone can have as many as they want.
Okay.
Within reason.
But we have to all agree that they're crazy.
Yes. All right. I want to go first with mine.
Okay.
And it is the crazy prediction that Death Stranding trailer will have David Hayter doing a voice.
I was hoping you were going to say Attenborough.
That's going to happen.
I thought he was going to say David.
Be like, what'd you say?
Nothing. No. I think I got his name wrong.
Well, he's going to be making good on David Hayter feeling left out of Metal Gear Solid 5. And you're like, you're my new game, bro.
I got one. Battlefield 2 is going to go free to play.
Okay. That is a crazy prediction.
It is crazy.
Okay. They did do a free-to-play Battlefield at one point.
Yep.
Battlefield Heroes. Not based on the NBC television program.
Person in mascot suit falls over on stage.
Oh, these are fun. Let's do some of these fun ones. I'm going to say... I'm going to say awkward cosplay fail. Either they talk to a weird cosplayer in the audience, or someone in some cosplay like falls apart on stage, like a costume falls apart, like your costume mascot falls. So it'll be either someone on stage having their costume fall, or they fall, but like cosplay, not mascot, like costume, but like someone dressed up as like fucking that guy from Xenogears or some shit. Anyway, what are some weird shit that happened in these press?
At some point, someone will bring a live animal on stage.
That happened at my GameStop conference this past year. In the training rooms, when they were talking about Far Cry 5, they had a trained dog that was basically functioning as Boomer, your Far Cry 5 companion.
Nice.
I
got one. For that, what's that stupid Sony game that nobody wants?
Days Gone. A lot of people want.
Well, I'm going to say my insane prediction: riding a motorcycle on stage for days. Fucking ride across on a motorcycle. Be like, fucking motorcycles, bitches. Because they're like way into that in that game. All right, that's my 3 insane predictions. I'll cap myself there. If anyone wants to do more, they can.
Do I have 2?
If you want to do 3 as well, you have 2. TJ, you only have 1. So
I got another one. It's in some conference during a live gameplay session. I know they do these a lot less every year. Some accessory mishap where things aren't connecting properly.
Okay. Gameplay session.
Connectivity issue. Accessory connectivity.
Yeah. This has happened multiple times before.
Wii Music.
What was the one that happened last year where they had it was the Spider-Man one. Yeah, because they were gonna have a gameplay demo of Spider-Man. They had to cut to a video of the gameplay demo.
If you go back 2 years ago, they had the same issue with Uncharted 4.
That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Uncharted 4. Yes. Yeah, because they were like, the guy wasn't moving, and they're like, all right, we gotta cut to a video. And I remember hearing from the guy who was like, it was the most heart-stopping moment in his entire career. So he was like, we did it backstage in the practice, working fine. He gets out there. I think it was the controller desynced from the PlayStation. It just didn't connect.
See, I get the same thing sometimes even here. If I like turn the wrong direction, it's not seeing my controller properly.
Yeah, it was like, what happened? And so they had the video, and they're like, you always have the backup. Because I think they had a second controller that didn't work, and then they were like, all right, just play the video. And I was like, this guy can stand up here awkwardly holding a controller playing, but that's what we have to do. So, all right. Matt, TJ, you got one more? You got a chance.
Microsoft will stun the world by announcing crossplay with the PlayStation.
Microsoft announcing instead of Sony.
Yeah.
That actually,
that would be a ballsy move.
That would be ballsy because they could know that PlayStation 4 is going to be later and say, "Hey, you can play with." Man, I'd love to see that. I don't think it'll happen, but that'd be crazy. All right, TJ, your final weird prediction.
Oh, let's see.
I mean, is Snoop Dogg going to be smoking a blunt again? On camera? Like, what's going on here? Something crazy. 3 points.
3 points.
I could go on for hours with these.
Yeah,
like a new MLB franchise because we only have the show right now. No one's taking the license.
That won't happen.
I know.
No, RBI is the license. It's the official game. It sucks, but that's what Major League Baseball wants to make because they want to save money. Mm. I know a story, and it's absolute shit.
Come on, TJ. End this. End this.
Free us from this torture.
Let's
Switch XL.
Microsoft representative in Smash.
Really?
Yes, it's
Okay.
Banjo-Kazooie, Master Chief, someone.
Okay.
Microsoft representative in Smash. They've been open to it. I don't think Nintendo's necessarily against it.
But they put fucking Solid Snake in, so
That's not technically Sony. That's not technically Sony.
No, but I mean, like
they did put Cloud.
They put Cloud in. I mean, they put like Square Enix. You know what I mean? Like they did other party, but I don't see why they wouldn't cross that line. Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah,
they're doing so well now. Like, it's like, fuck, man. If there's an iconic game character, you know, even if it's something like
Goku.
Goku. Okay, every fucking fanboy on the internet. I want Goku in Smash. We got somebody in here.
That's my buddy.
Yeah.
Black Ops 4 on Switch. See, I don't think it'd be Black Ops 4 on Switch. I think it would be. I think if Call of Duty's gonna be on Switch, it's gonna be World War II.
You're gonna put World War II on there? All right. Well, we got all of our crazy predictions. I think my awkward cosplay fail will happen during the press conference because that seems to be where that always happens. But anyway, do you want to hit the music? Because I think we're done.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us in this extra long episode, although it'll be cut down because that first like 30 minutes is just technical.
Especially with my technical, yeah.
So
I'll leave it in your capable hands.
Yes, my capable hands on the camera. That's cool though that we can do this over Discord and it works. So
yeah,
Google Hangouts, huh?
There's
something
some like cutting out and stuff that we'll have to problem solve.
Google Hangouts is real
works
good
well enough
with audio quality when it works.
Yeah,
and I hope I get it fixed. I will keep working on it.
Who knows?
We spent 2 hours troubleshooting while we were dealing with my birthday and Father's Day and Mother's Day all at the same time today.
That's crazy.
Happy
Those all happen on the same day traditionally. You're 35?
34.
48.
Ah! I'll be 33 later. Okay, I'm John _Danger. If you are watching the press conferences on Monday and like Sunday, I'll be probably tweeting about them. Discord. Come to our Discord.
Yeah, we'll talk about it there.
On the website. If you don't know how to find it, you can email bitecast@gmail.com and I will send you a personal Discord invite. Because it's really fun to chat about these live.
bornintheighties.net.
Bornintheighties.net. Yeah, there's a link on there as well. So
join the Discord.
Join
we
our
command
Discord.
you.
It's fun. I made new channels about like movies and music and stuff.
Oh, you just did that.
Yeah. Because I was like, I kind of want to talk about music and
yeah, that's cool.
I like Discord as like a chat community. So
You
join
can
our
find
Discord. It's
me
really fun.
At Matt Haig Music, at all of the places where you can type that in.
Mm-hmm.
The grocery store,
Spotify, listen.
a calculator. Yeah, listen to my music on Spotify. That'd probably be the best thing to do. I don't know if you like cool stuff or whatever. If you don't, then no worries.
Yeah.
All right.
And
DJ?
I'm over at May of May 84 on Twitter, but May of May everywhere else, including if you want to just randomly, I guess, hit me up on Switch. I don't think you can do it by username. I think you have to have my Switch code. But if you want my Switch code, join the Discord. I sure will give it to you. But this person in the chat has it already, and so does Spanky, and so does John, and Matt would have it too. But Matt,
can I have a Switch?
Switch.
Can someone buy me a Switch?
Matt,
Crazy prediction.
Maybe.
Nintendo announces that
Patreon.
I get a Switch.
Yes.
And
Looks fucked up.
Okay, we should be going live to YouTube right now.
The Dove chocolate is like all fucked up. Was it supposed to have all those lines on it?
No, It's probably poison. It's gonna poison you.
It's fucking chocolate, baby. Dove wouldn't poison anyone. I'm gonna
Except the
keep
dog.
the chocolate. I'm gonna keep the chocolate in like chew. Dove wouldn't poison. So how's your predictions going?
I haven't made any yet, but I think they're all gonna be right. I'm just gonna
They're all in my
pick somebody else's
Brain, but I got a
list
crap ton.
of E3 predictions, and then it's just gonna steal some.
Okay.
Let's see, Polygon E3 predictions.
That's how you want to be.
I'm gonna go get some more drinks.
Are we live yet?
I don't know. But I'm linking to the Twitch regardless.
Are we live on Twitch?
Why not?
TJ,
I haven't looked yet.
please allow me to preach to you the gospel of my new Lord and Savior, LaCroix.
Yeah, that'll happen.
LaCroix.
I think this would be good for not causing kidney stones because there's no like sugar or anything in it. That's what I'm doing to try and give up soda. And it's
What kind of LaCroix do you have?
melon grapefruit.
Well, I think it sounds like the best way to prevent kidney stones is just to drink a lot of liquid.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like sugar is that bad. It seems like sugar can make your water not go as far as it could, though, because it kind of dehydrates you a little bit. Drink milk, apparently,
Drink milk.
and eat cheese. Less sodium. That's tough. Sodium's good.
Oh, but sodium's the best.
You're not supposed to eat high oxalate foods.
What the fuck does that
Which
mean?
include spinach and coffee.
Yep.
And chocolate. Those are good things. Peanuts. Less vitamin C supplements. Eat less animal. What I'm
My
gonna
eyelid
do
is swollen. I think I might be dying.
is kill myself.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt, your eyelid's swollen. Oh, I don't even want to think about that.
I just woke up with it today. I don't know.
Do you want to know? Do you know? I don't want to freak you out. So. It's not really a freak out because this person's fine, I think.
Oh, are you gonna tell me I have a brain tumor?
Yeah. Okay, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the lid.
Okay. Yeah, the lady who makes the funny robots, the bad robots.
Yeah, I was really
Sloan
excited to
Gertz.
see that.
She had like a
was
puffy
posting on
eyelid
social
for a
media
while,
about-
and then she
Well, it
was
was like the eye, the tumor was putting pressure on the back of the eye, so it was actually pushing her eye.
pushing
forward.
her eye forward. It was like bugging out, and she was like, "Yeah, so that's a brain tumor," but I guess it was benign, so they just had to like
Yeah,
snip it, pull it out. And it was in an
Yeah,
easy to
just
access.
removing
so.
a section of your brain, no big deal.
No, but she tweeted afterwards the surgery, so it sounds like she's doing all right. So
Yeah,
Whew. She's like 28 or something. Like, what the fuck? Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay, let me just tweet this out. 80s.
TJ, you're
Am I
a little bit
sideways?
A little bit.
Yeah. You guys are sideways on mine. I'll fix it. There. Better?
Yes.
Three.
I need to try to line up my head with your guys' heads.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll actually hold there.
I need to adjust my fan.
Can you hear my fan at all?
Nope.
I don't really.
I can't.
Okay. Good, because I don't want to turn it off because it's hot as balls.
Can you hear my fan?
Nope.
No,
Good.
I didn't
Can you hear
before.
my fam? What up,
Aim's
fam?
too high.
Ugh.
So now they're recording. Let's talk about my health problems.
Are you dying?
No,
Ugh,
I
hope not.
my butt hurts. I don't need to get into more details than that, but
You got
Yeah, I think you do need to get in more details than that.
I've
There's a lot
had
that can mean.
hemorrhoids for a while. So
oh, just okay.
but they
Hemorrhoids
hurt
are horrible,
real bad right now for the last week. So I'm just trying to.
We should get you a donut to sit on.
I know I need a donut or something.
Better than sciatica, but still
Usually
not.
not bad, but sometimes they just get all hurty. So that's a fun thing.
One time
Don't
I
get those.
bent down when I was working on music stuff, like I crouched down, and my tailbone made direct contact with the corner of an amp, and it hurt for like nearly a year.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know that you probably weren't old when that happened, but that's the thing that happens when you get to your 30s. You start being like, you hurt something, and then it hurts for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely
Like, oh,
get
I
that
hurt
with
my
like
shoulder.
shoulder and back and neck shit.
Oh wait, my shoulder still hurts from like a month ago when I did like this light activity.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it.
I've picked up a
So
habit
cool.
of just like stretching my neck and shoulders whenever I'm not doing anything, and that seems to be
That's the key.
mitigating a lot of it.
That's a key. I heard. I've heard the key to not feeling like shit after doing anything physical when you're older is just stretch for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll help.
Or just
You
like
didn't
when
need
I'm
to do it
sitting in
before.
the office, I'll just be like doing like side
Yeah,
to side
it's not a bad
stretches and
idea.
stuff like that.
I got my Fitbit, so it tells me get up every hour, so I don't like sit in my chair for 12 hours a day. But
Well, I'm
Maybe we should get a
drinking
standing
LaCroix,
desk.
so I'm like super healthy and shit.
I'm drinking Diet Beppis with Brittany, bitch. Brittany, it's Brittany. It's Brittany. All right, we
Brittany,
should start
bitch.
recording. a
I'm not
podcast
drinking
for
beer
real.
tonight, so I can make spot on predictions of stuff.
All right, are we ready to start?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
little washed out, but I think
All
I'm
right.
ready.